making it known that they are going to get into his head. My name is Zachary Payne. Alongside me is my broadcast partner, Will Hadley. And today, your Oklahoma Christian Eagles get ready to take on the Aggies of Cameron University. Both teams are coming off of big wins this past Thursday. Will, how does that affect both teams going into this game?
Well, the Eagles, they had a hot hand on Thursday against Midwestern State, and it was just a good outing for them, especially from beyond the arc. And especially from Aubrey Johnson, who had 35 points. That was an awesome showing for him. And then on the other side, down in Lawton, UAFS came into Cameron, and they lost by 2 to Cameron, where Brock Schreiner scored 24 points, so he had a big game. So Brock Schreiner and Aubrey Johnson specifically will have a lot of momentum, a lot of positivity going into this one.
Well, we talk about Aubrey Johnson, how he had 35 points in his last game on Thursday against Midwestern State. That was a career high for him. But the only thing is Aubrey Johnson, he's been going off as of the last 4 games, averaging about 20 points, 25 points in between there. How does he affect the team going into this game?
Well, one thing we talk about a lot is it seems like when Aubrey Johnson, when his shot gets going, especially from beyond the arc, then everyone else's starts to fall a little bit more. So expect them to look for Aubrey Johnson early on and look to get him open on shots around the perimeter. And then if that's the case, then I think it'll allow everyone else to get a little more comfortable and balanced in their shooting as well.
Well, we talked about Schreiner for Cameron University. There is another player right behind him, and that is Jordan Lewis, a senior guard out of Houston, Texas. He's been able to produce just as much as Schreiner has. And honestly, this team is very much balanced overall. 4 or 5 of their players average around 9 to 10 points a game. So how does that affect OC, knowing that they can't just guard one specific person?
That just means you have to play firm defense. You know, this is a team that's number 1 in the Lone Star Conference. They're top 25 in all of Division II in defense. So the Eagles are just going to have to play firm and strong and tight on defense like they have been.
Who stands out to you for Oklahoma Christian here tonight?
Well, I think it's Aubrey Johnson as well as Dadrian Farmer. Dadrian had a good game last game, but didn't show out as much as he has in the past. So expect Dadrian to get back on track tonight.
Well, that's going to do it for us here for the pregame. We are going to be right back, though, with the special national anthem and prayer right after this.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Talk to your doctor about creating a plan that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Hey, Julia, are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's going to play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Dora knows better than anyone. The best place to explore is the forest.
She knows this monkey? Of course, she knows this monkey.
Experience nature.
Let's go.
Connect with family.
I love you guys.
And find your own adventure in a forest or park near you.
Let's do this. Come on, Boots.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left!
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
To the Eagles Nest. Today's conference matchup features the visiting Aggies of Cameron University and your Eagles of Oklahoma Christian. At this time, we invite everyone to please stand for a word of prayer and remain standing for a performance of our national anthem. Today's invocation will be led by President John DeSteiger, and today's national anthem will be performed by the combined show and special needs choir of Moore High School, known as Moore Applause, under the direction of OC alum Lynn Herbal.
Let's pray. God, thank you for this day. Thank you for the ways that you bless us. Father, thank you for universities like Cameron and Oklahoma Christian, the communities that are so important to those that are a part of them. Father, I ask your special blessings on these players today. Keep them safe. Let the level of competition really be great. Bless the coaches as well and the referees. And thank you for the fans, Father. And Father, thank you for this special group that will be leading us in the national anthem. Give them great blessings. And above all, thank you for Jesus. In his name we pray, amen.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Eagle Sports Network. My name is Zachary Pan, and alongside me is my broadcast partner, Will Hadley. And today we have a great game between the Aggies of Cameron University versus your Eagles of Oklahoma Christian University. And Will, both teams coming off that win this past Thursday, having that little bit of motivation going into this game and momentum. What's to become here tonight?
Well, I expect it to be a really tight game. I know that when Cameron and OC plays, there's always a little bit more tension going on, as these are the two teams in the Lone Star Conference from Oklahoma. So this is really a battle for the state here in this matchup.
Aubrey Johnson has been playing very well as of late within the last 4 or 5 games for Oklahoma Christian, averaging about 20 to 25 points per game. He had a career high of 35 points this past Thursday against Midwestern State University. He started off hot, having 5 straight threes.
Yeah, Aubrey is one of those players that shoots and he scores in bunches. And so, once he makes one, there's no telling how many he's going to spout off right after that. And then another scorer for the Eagles is Dadrian Parmer. Dadrian Parmer is a guy who this is his first year in an Eagle uniform, and he has just been absolutely dominant since the second he got here.
Well, another person that's been helping overall for Oklahoma Christian and helped improve that defense has been Will Linhart. Broke the record last year for rebounds in a season for anyone in college basketball. And at the start of the year, he had a rough battling injury, not really being able to do much out on the floor, but now he's starting to get back to his old self.
Yeah, he had a couple of clutch rebounds towards the end of the game. One of those, that offensive rebounder, really iced the game. So yeah, Will's been awesome for this team, and I'm sure Coach Talley is really excited that Will has come back for his 5th year.
So your starting lineup for Cameron University, at first you got number 2 guard out of Houston, Texas, Jordan Lewis, and then right behind him you have number 13, Darius Green, a sophomore out of Tomball, Texas. And then you have number 15, Christian Braveheart, a guard out of Amarillo, Texas. And then you have number 15, Brock Schreiner, And then you have number 20, Kendall Scott, and then number 40, Tyler Williams. So those are the players out for Cameron University. And it looks like we're going to have number 20, Kendall Scott, versus number 25, Will Linhart, for the opening tip-off as the refs get ready to start the game. And looks like Will Linhart is going to win the opening tip-off for the Eagles. So OC will start with the basketball. So now, Reyes Valdez gives it to Marcus Blackwell. Marcus Blackwell gets called for a travel to start the game. So not the start Oklahoma Christian wanted.
Yeah, definitely not, but they're going to come out here and try to dominate here on defense.
So Brock Schreiner now has the ball at the top. Gives it to number 40, Williams, who then passes it to Lewis. Lewis then passes it down inside to Scott. Scott puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Blackwell. So now to Aubrey Johnson. Pass down inside the paint to Will Linhart, back out to the top of the arc. Now Reyes Valdez has all time. Aubrey Johnson does not hesitate, and he starts off with the three-pointer yet again, just like he did on Thursday.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of confidence in that shot that really wasn't there as much in the beginning of the season when he wasn't hitting as well as he is now.
So now Schreiner gives it to Williams, back to Schreiner at the top of the arc. A lot of passes between Schreiner and Williams. Williams then starts to drive in. It looks like he lost control of it, but it was recovered by number 13, Nichols, who then was blocked by Will. Offensive rebound, though. And then a shot from behind the arc by Lewis is no good. So now to Aubrey Johnson, to Marcus Blackwell. Down low, inside to Will. Lil post it up. Nice move, lays it off the right side of the glass. No good on the shot, rebounded by Schreiner. Schreiner locks it up the court to Lewis. Lewis's three from behind the arc, no good. 3 straight misses for Cameron from behind the arc. Now Marcus Blackwell finds a little bit of a lane, step back, pull up jumper. Looks like he had to rush it. Will misjudged it, but still gets the rebound. And stolen away by Cameron. Now Scott drives in, and he is blocked by Marcus Blackwell. Nice defensive play by OC to start this game. Now to Aubrey Johnson, now to Reyes Valdez. Reyes Valdez slows it down. Down low, back out to the top. 10 seconds left. Aubrey with another three-point attempt, and he is good with that shot as well.
And you can never give Aubrey that much room and that much space for him to put that shot up, because he's going to keep drilling it.
So now Schreiner gives it to Williams. Williams starts to move over to the right side, wants to pass it down low. Nice defense there to block the lane. Back to Williams. Williams then puts up a three. That shot no good, rebounded by Will Linhart. Now Reyes Valdez, originally on the right side, breaks it back towards the middle. Now to Deidrean Palmer. Over to Aubrey down low. Will in the post against Scott. No good. Tip back up and in.
And he is so good at that, getting that nice touch there around the rim with the putback to go.
Nice 8-0 run for Oklahoma Christian to start the game as Schreiner puts up a floater. No good on the shot, and Oklahoma Christian looks to continue that run. Aubrey Johnson back down low to Will. Back out to Blackwell. Blackwell tries to get some separation. Forced to pick up his dribble. Puts up a jumper anyway. No good on the shot. Rebounded by Nichols. Schreiner then passes it to Scott. Scott with the easy layup on the right side. Nice find by Schreiner. So now Reyes Valdez on the right side gives it to Blackwell. Down low to Will. Pass back to Blackwell. Blackwell then gives it to Aubrey. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Handed back off to Reyes Valdez. Now over to Aubrey. Aubrey with the hesitation. Gets it deflected. And we have a player going into the desk right in front of us. And it looks like it was going to be a foul on Aubrey Johnson. And with that, we have our first media timeout, so we will step away and be back right after this.
I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Oklahoma Christian leads 8-2 with 15:33 left
Checking in for the first time for your
half
Eagles
play.
number 23,
That lead is basically
DJ Walton.
Aubrey Johnson was 2 for 2 from behind the arc. As the ball gives it to Williams. And then passes it down to Nicholas. Nicholas then back to Williams. Quick pass along the baseline from Nicholas to number 22, Quick. And Quick puts up a shot, and there's a foul called. And it looks like it's going to be on, they're going to say Aubrey Johnson, which that would be his second foul. So now Cameron University with the basketball. As Nicholas back to Williams. To Nyguen. Nyguen moves over to the right side. Now down low is Quick. Quick then passes it out to number 13, Nicholas, who pulls up, gets the two-pointer to go. Now it is 8-4. Now Aubrey Johnson gives it to DJ Walters, who's checked into the ballgame for OC. Pass down low to Deidre Palmer, almost steps on the baseline. Back to Palmer, quick pass to Will Linhart is deflected and will go out of bounds. Will remain Oklahoma Christian basketball, but there is going to be 4 seconds left on the shot clock.
So Reyes Valdez will inbound for the Eagles.
And then there's a quick foul. So that's going to help Oklahoma Christian now, as they're now going to get a fresh shot clock down at their own end. Foul was on number 1, Nyguen. Will Linhart gets the inbound, hands it off to Reyes Valdez. And then there's another foul on number 44, Darius Green. That is going to be his first foul.
So now Aubrey Johnson will inbound from the side. And so Coach Talley telling them that the foul earlier was not on, I believe, Aubrey Johnson, yeah.
Nice little move there by DJ Walters to get around the defender and put up the floater. Now OC up by 6 as Nyguen puts up a 3, no good, tipped back out, but rebounded by Aubrey Johnson on the fast break over to Walters. Reyes Valdez passes it down inside to Deidre. Quick pass over to Aubrey. A lot of passes along the perimeter. Reyes Valdez for 3, no good on the shot, rebounded by Hunter Quick. Now Nyguen, who just put up a 3 and missed the shot, has it at the right corner. Now to Green at the left wing. Green then moves back over to the top of the arc, pass to Williams. 8 seconds on the shot clock to Green. Green's shot from behind the arc, no good. Offensive rebound by Nicholas. Nyguen then falls to the ground and passes it out. Williams starts to drive in, Puts up the jumper, no good. Quick with the rebound. He gets blocked, but he gets his second chance opportunity and lays it up and in. So now Reyes Valdez. Over to DJ Walters, now Deidrean Palmer. Now to Will, who's all alone. And he has a tendency to throw up threes, but he did not there. And a foul is going to be called on number 13, Jalen Nicholas. That is going to be his first foul.
So 12:36 remaining. Eagles lead by 4. They started off hot offensively, but kind of slowed down a little bit. They're going to look to get on another run here.
Jonathan Reyes Valdez gives it to Aubrey Johnson. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Deidrean Palmer now has it all the way over. Quick pass. What ball movement there by Oklahoma Christian. Was not able to connect on the three-point attempt, but it is going to be last touched by Cameron as it goes out of bounds. So OC will have another possession down at their own end.
And that was just tremendous ball movement there by the Eagles. But just tough that they couldn't get the shot to go, and that's been awesome ball movement for the last 2 possessions.
As Deidrean Palmer now has it, gives it to Will Linhart. Back down inside, back out. Quick passes, Aubrey Johnson for another 3.
And Aubrey Johnson has pretty much told himself that he's never going to miss. And he's proving that to everyone here tonight.
Started off the game against Midwestern State 5 for 5 from behind the arc in the first half. Starting off this game 3 for 3 from behind the arc in the first half. So now Jordan Lewis to Quick. Over to Green. Green is rejected by Will. Will then comes behind and blocks it again and saves it from going out of bounds. So now Jonathan Reyes Valdez has the ball for Oklahoma Christian. Reyes Valdez holding control of it, still has his dribble, moves along the baseline, tries to pass it to Aubrey Johnson. Aubrey Johnson with another 3, no good on the shot. Offensive rebound though by Will. Coach Cowie reminding his players they still have plenty of time. Jonathan to Palmer. Palmer shot no good, but tipped back up by Will, and then another tip back.
And everything going the Eagles' way today, as they've just been so dominant going into this game.
So now Jordan Lewis has the ball, passes it down to Quick. Quick puts up a shot. Looks like there was a little bit of a foul there by Will, but nothing was called. Over to Will. Will then back to DJ Walters on a no-look pass. No good on the jumper. Walters a little upset with himself because it looked like he rushed it. So with that, we have our second media timeout. We will step away.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. Oklahoma Christian leads 15-6 over the Aggies of Cameron University. Oklahoma Christian's defense has been a big factor to start as they've held Cameron University to just 3 of 18 from the field to start this game.
Yeah, as you mentioned to me during the break, Zach, this team has been playing so much better over the last few games than they did at the beginning of the season. Obviously, that road trip a few games ago, it didn't really go their way. But since they've gotten back from the road trip, they have just been playing like a whole nother team, especially offensively.
So now number 44, Darius Green, has the ball at the top of the arc. Pump fakes the pass. Now Lewis with the three-pointer of his own, and he can shoot from behind the arc. Knocks that one down. So now Connor Johnson, formerly known as CJ, is out on the floor for Oklahoma Christian, and he will have control of the ball at the right wing. CJ at the top of the arc, starts to drive in, passes it to Aubrey Johnson, 10 seconds left. Johnson then passes it to CJ. Now over to York Benjamin at the free throw line, pass down low, back to York. York with the jumper from the free throw line, no good. Offensive rebound by Walters. Walters then fights, and with a nice layup there, with a strong finish.
Good job there by DJ Walters. He got so high to get that rebound right there.
So now, Schreiner passes the ball to Green at the right wing, back to Lewis. Lewis then at the right wing, nice little pump fake there. Back to Schreiner. Schreiner for a three of his own, no good. Oklahoma Christian now with the ball with 8:35 left here in this first half. And Aubrey Johnson gets called for a travel.
And I think that's the right call, as Aubrey just kind of lost his footing and his balance right there.
So now Slater will inbound the ball to Schreiner. Over to Lewis. Lewis then back to Green. Slater now has it, passes it down inside to Clark, and Clark puts up a shot from about the free throw line, no good on the jumper. Coach Talley reminding his team to slow it down. Now to Palmer inside, back out to Aubrey, over to CJ. CJ with a three-pointer of his own, no good. Offensive rebound by York Benjamin. Benjamin then fights and generates a foul and will go to the line to shoot two.
Good take there by York, able to draw that foul.
So then a timeout was called by Cameron University, and they're going to stretch it to a media, so we will step away.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Talk to your doctor about creating a plan that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
Staring contest!
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Recently, the western U.S. has averaged more than 1,900 earthquakes and 3,800 significant wildfires each year. So chances are there will be more of both near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back to the Eagles Nest. Oklahoma Christian up by 8 over Cameron University. And just before the break, York Benjamin got an offensive rebound, tried to put up a shot, and was fouled on the shot. So he will be at the free throw line, and he will have a chance to try to make it a 10-point lead for OC, their largest of the night, if he does that.
So now York Benjamin looking to knock these down.
His first shot is up, and he makes the first. York Benjamin, always known for getting into foul trouble fairly early. so far has played super well on the glass to start this game, as it is a 10-point game. Schreiner now has the ball, gives it to Green at the right wing, over to Lewis. Back to Green, back to Lewis. Lewis, who's already made a three-pointer in this game tonight, passes it down inside the paint, back out to Schreiner. His three, no good. And Lewis somehow comes away with the ball. Schreiner. A lot of passes from Cameron as number 13, Nicholas, has it down low. Nice move there by Nicholas to lay it up and in. So now Deidrean Palmer has control of it. Now to Aubrey Johnson, now to Walters. Now to CJ. Over to CJ. CJ wanted to put up a three, and they're going to say a travel. So it's going to be a turnover for Oklahoma Christian, as there was actually a foul call on York Benjamin. So 6:45 left, 19-11 in favor of Oklahoma Christian. Cameron University with the basketball is number 20. Scott has control of it and is blocked from behind. Then a tie-up jump ball. So now it's going to remain with Cameron University.
It's the same thing.
So Will Linhart with 4 blocks, and we are still in the first half.
So in the inbound, Scott now, or Nicholas has it, excuse me, out to Schreiner. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Schreiner drives in. Nice little feed, but her pass, it's going to be last touch by OC, goes out of bounds. So the Aggies will have 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Green then gives it to Lewis. Lewis with the nice hesitation, puts up a shot, and he is blocked by York Benjamin. Now York gives it to Reyes Valdez. Down inside to York. York then pulls up with the jumper, no good on the shot. Rebounded by Green. Now over to Lewis. Lewis' shot, no good. Will Linhart, who just got down there defensively, somehow comes away with the rebound.
So there's just going to be a foul right there on Jordan Lewis. It'll just be his first personal.
So now Reyes Valdez, who's back in the ballgame for the Eagles, will have it at the top. He will then move over a little bit to the left, giving it back to CJ at the top. Now the ball in the right corner. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Reyes Valdez moves over to the left side. Finds a little bit of a lane, lays it up, and does not get the nice teardrop to fall.
And there's going to be a foul. I think that's going to be on York Benjamin, and it is.
So that's 2 fouls now for York Benjamin, so he will check out of the ballgame. So now 3 of the starters for Oklahoma Christian will check back out onto the floor.
You got it.
As Schreiner moves over to the left side, gives it to Williams. Williams with a nice bounce pass down to Scott. Scott puts up a jumper. There's a little bit of a late whistle there. So now Scott is going to go to the free throw line. You're going to say the foul was on Will Linhart. That is going to be Will's first foul of the game as Scott makes the first. So now Kendall Scott makes the second attempt as well. And it is now a 6-point game with 5:10 left here in the first half. Marcus Blackwell then gives it to Reyes Valdez, gets a screen from Palmer Jr. Over to Blackwell on the left wing. Blackwell tries to get a little bit of separation. Instead gives it to Valdez. Aubrey Johnson now to Will. Will, who puts up a three, does not get that shot to go. Rebounded by the Aggies. So now number 25, Parker, has the ball. Pass quickly down low to Scott. Scott's jumper, no good. And then there's a foul called, and it looks like they're going to call it on Dedrian. So the Aggies will have possession of the ball still down at their own end. As Williams will inbound it to Parker. Back to Schreiner. Schreiner now to Williams. Back to as Williams now quickly passes it back. Aggies trying to get down inside the paint. Cannot. 3 seconds on the shot clock. And they're going to say a travel call on number 40, Tyler Williams. And it is going to be a 30-second timeout called by Coach Talley, but they're going to stretch it to a full for our last media timeout, so we will step away. OC up by 6.
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to the Eagles Nest. Oklahoma Christian leads by 6. They've led since the start of the ball game. The Aggies have kind of slowed Oklahoma Christian down as of late.
Yeah, they have. OC's just kind of been on a scoring drought. They haven't really been able to do much on the offensive side of the ball. But that also seems to be what happened in the last game as well against Midwestern State, as they came out and dominated scoring at the beginning of the game and then kind of slowed down.
Oklahoma Christian will have the ball, though, as we resume action. There is now 4 minutes left here in the first half. Aubrey Johnson, who has 9 points, all from behind the arc. Passes it to Dedrian Palmer. Then there is a quick foul called on number 13, Jalen Nicholas. That is going to be his second foul. So now Jonathan Reyes Valdez gets the inbound. Gives it right off to Aubrey Johnson and right back. So Marcus Blackwell gets the ball inside. Nice shot, no good, but a nice rebound by Dedrian Palmer and OC with another offensive possession here. Reyes Valdez wants to give it down at 2 Will. 4 seconds, they need to get a shot up. Palmer puts up the shot, and he gets that shot to go. What a shot from Dedrian Palmer. So now Williams drives in, passes it out to Schreiner. Schreiner's three-point attempt, no good. And it looks like there was a foul called. And it looks like they're going to call it on Marcus Blackwell. Coach Talley is not very happy with that call. Because with that call is going to send number 20, Kendall Scott, to the free throw line as it puts the Aggies in the bonus. So Scott makes the first attempt, will have another one. So Kendall Scott's second attempt is up, and that shot is good as well. 7-point game. Marcus Blackwell hands it off to Aubrey Johnson, now over to Reyes Valdez. Over to Will, back down inside to Palmer. Palmer's getting double teamed, needs to get it off. 10 seconds to Reyes Valdez, quick fastball pass to Will, and Will with a nice little move to get the two-handed dunk.
Nice job there by Will Linhard, and that was a bucket that the Eagles really needed.
It's also a very nice pass by Reyes Valdez to lead to it. As Williams passes it to Clark in the right corner, back to Williams. Williams then tries to pass it back to Scott and is stolen away by Reyes Valdez. And now Palmer tries to drive in and he is fouled and will go to the free throw line. And I don't know if you saw it right there, Will, or not, but Deidrean Palmer was a little frustrated with himself. It looked like he was wanting to go up for the dunk, but then he realized after the foul was called that he shouldn't have and just laid it up.
Yeah, as whenever Palmer Jr. caught the ball, he must have thought he was in a different place on the court than he was, as he didn't really have that much room to take off.
So now Deidrean missed the first attempt at the free throw line, and his second attempt is up, and that shot is good. 10-point lead for OC. So now Schreiner moves over to the left side of the floor. Out to number 25, Parker, back to Schreiner. Over to Williams. Down low to Scott. Scott with a pull-up jumper, no good on the shot, rebounded by Will. So we are with the final minute 30 left, OC up by 10 and with the ball. Blackwell starts to drive in, finding a little bit of lane back out to Will. Will then drives in over to Marcus Blackwell for a three-point attempt. And that shot is good.
Nice shot there by Marcus Blackwell. Make it a 13-point game.
Schreiner passes it out to Parker. His shot from behind the arc, no good. Schreiner then gets the rebound and then is blocked by Palmer. Last touch by Cameron as they tried to save it from going out of bounds. And then they go out of, then the ball goes out of bounds. So now it's going to be OC ball. .13-point game inside the final minute of the first half. OC has a chance to make it up to a possible 15-point lead. Out of Blackwell, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Aubrey Johnson. Aubrey Johnson drives in, step back, puts up the jumper with the hand in his face and makes it.
Nice shot there by Aubrey Johnson. He's 4 of 5 from the field now.
Shot clock has been turned off, and it looks like the Aggies are just going to hold it for the last shot of the first half. As Williams starts to drive over to number 3, Clark. His shot no good, rebounded by Will. Quickly over to Aubrey Johnson. Aubrey Johnson then gets the ball deflected, and then the buzzer sounds. So at the end of the first half, OC up by 15. We will step away and be back right after this.
staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Talk to your doctor about creating a plan that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's going to play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfies, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
And that's been a big part by Aubrey Johnson, who has 11 points already here in the first half.
Yeah, he came out really high. He got this offense going. He gave them just a lot of confidence in their shots and everything on offense. So this is a team that is so good on defense, and they've really dominated. As Cameron, 15 points in the first half. Those are just freakish defensive numbers for OC. They've done awesome on the defensive side of the ball. They haven't done amazingly on offense, but they've done just enough.
Well, you talk about how our defense has been doing so well here in this first half. They've held Cameron to just 15% from behind, or just from the floor in general, as they are 5 of 32 all night so far here in the first half.
Yes, they're 5 of 32, and they've attempted 12 three-pointers and only hit one of them. So that comes in part to they're playing a proper 2-3 zone. So I know that when you play a 2-3 zone, that the perimeter shots open up a lot typically, especially if you attack those gaps between the bottom guy and the top guy. When you attack that gap, it opens up the three-point shot. But the Eagles have done a really good job of extending that lower man out until the top guy on the high post comes and picks him up, not allowing them to hit those perimeter threes.
Well, another thing that's been working really well defensively for OC is when they get down inside the paint, Oklahoma Christian has been able to have 7 total blocks down low, and that's been mostly because of Will Leinhard, who has 3 of them.
Yeah, and Will has been tremendous. He has 3 blocks. He probably should have 4, as there was the one that was called a jump ball. And so Will has been tremendous this game. 6 points, 3 blocks, and 9 rebounds, and it's just the first half. So yeah, Will's been awesome.
Well, if you're Coach Talley right now, what are you telling his team in the locker room right now?
Defensively, keep doing what you're doing, and then on offense, he may have to tinker a few things. He may have to really stress the places on the court that they're getting open looks at, and really stress to them to push the ball into that area, push the ball into certain shooters' hands in certain areas on the court.
Well, that's going to do it for our halftime report. We're going to step away, and when we come back, it'll be the start of the second half right after this.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens. This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hey, Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah. Hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Thanks.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Recently, the western U.S. has averaged more than 1,900 earthquakes and 3,800 significant wildfires each year. So chances are there will be more of both near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back to the Eagles Nest. Oklahoma Christian leads by 15 as we get ready to start the second half of play. Oklahoma Christian started off with the lead with the first three-point attempt made by Aubrey Johnson, and then after that, they just have not looked back.
Yeah, they've just been so dominant. Their offense could use some work, but at the same time, there's been a lot of good ball movement on offense. Just some of the shots weren't hitting. So holding Cameron to 5 of 32 from the field are just numbers that you never hear of.
Well, Oklahoma Christian has one of the best defenses in the Heartland Conference and in all of college basketball Division II. So how does that affect other teams that are coming to play Oklahoma Christian?
Well, yeah, especially the Lone Star Conference teams who come in, they see the Lone Star stats, so they know what to expect. They know that this is a good defensive squad, so they have to draw up offenses according to OC's weaknesses.
So as we get ready to start the second half of play, it will most likely be Cameron University basketball to start the second half. So far, like you said, out of the starters out on the floor, only 2 players have points for Cameron University that started the game.
Yeah, they just have not done very well. As OC actually has more blocks than Cameron has field goals made, as OC has blocked 7 shots and Cameron's only made 5 of them.
And check that Oklahoma Christian will be the one to start the second half with the basketball. So Marcus Blackwell will get ready to inbound the ball for OC, and he will give it to Jonathan Reyes-Valdez. So now Marcus Blackwell at the left wing gives it to Aubrey Johnson. Over to Deidrean Palmer. Deidrean Palmer starts to drive in, steps right back out. Now back to Aubrey Johnson. Over to Reyes-Valdez. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Reyes-Valdez passes it down to Palmer. Palmer with the spin move. Nice job fighting through a tie up there for a split second and laying it up on the left side of the glass.
Yeah, that was a good, strong post move there by Deidrean Palmer.
So now Williams had Aubrey Johnson up in the air. Could have just slide stepped over. The shot was no good, and then Will tried to save it from going out of bounds, but his foot hit the baseline, so it will remain Aggie basketball. So now Williams with the inbound to number 13, Nicholas. Back to Williams at the top, over to Schreiner. Schreiner, bounce pass, over to Williams. Williams now has it at the top, over to Schreiner. 3 seconds on the shot clock, needs to get it off. Over to Williams. Williams does not get the shot off in time, so a nice defensive possession for Oklahoma Christian.
Another interesting thing looking at the box score is that, I mean, they'll add a turnover there. So Cameron now has 3 turnovers and OC has 5. And so in such a low scoring game, you expect there to be a lot of turnovers, but really there haven't been a lot for either team.
So now Aubrey Johnson in the right corner has it, dribbles over to the left, puts a jumper up, goes and tries to get his own rebound, but will step on the baseline and it will be Aggie ball. So now Nicholas has it, gives it to Williams at the right wing. Williams starts to drive in, works against Aubrey Johnson. Nice little pass over to Schreiner. Schreiner with the three-point attempt, and that shot is good. It's great awareness there by Williams to find Schreiner wide open in the corner for the Aggies. Now over to Reyes Valdez at the left wing. Bounce pass to Palmer. Palmer with the spin move, lays it up, gets the bucket to go, and one.
Nice move there by Dadrian Palmer. And he's starting to come alive here at the start of the second half.
So Palmer now has 8, has a chance to make it 9 with this shot at the free throw line. And his shot is up, and his shot is good. 17:55 left. Schreiner with the ball for the Aggies. Over to Williams. Williams to Lewis. Lewis somewhat quiet here tonight. Over to Scott. Scott got the shot off, but it also looked like it was a little bit blocked from behind by Will Linhard. Now over to Aubrey Johnson. So now Reyes Valdez at the right side. Sends it down into the post to Will. Then there's going to be a tie-up. Down inside the paint is going to be on number 13, Nicholas. That is his 4th foul already in this game.
So Nicholas will go to the bench. Here's Aubrey Johnson.
Nice pass from Aubrey Johnson, just intercepted though by Williams. Now over to Clark. Now to Lewis. Lewis works against Reyes Valdez, forced to pick up his dribble. Gets the ball right back though. Now Scott has it down low over to Schreiner. Schreiner with another wide open 3 in and out of the basket. Nice job by Palmer to deflect the ball twice out of Williams' hand.
But that will stay with Cameron. 17 left on the shot clock.
So on the quick inbound, Williams gets the ball back. Williams at the top, passes it over to Lewis. Now Schreiner with another 3-point attempt, and that shot is good.
And Schreiner has a really smooth shot. That was a good take there by him.
Marcus Blackwell gives it to Palmer, who then right to Reyes Valdez to slow it down. It's a 14-point game, 16:15 left. Now Reyes Valdez starts to move over on the right side, and Valdez generates a foul against Lewis. So that is 3 fouls already to start the second half for the Aggies. So now Blackwell gets a screen from Will Linhard. Forced to pick up his dribble. Over to Reyes Valdez. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Reyes Valdez drives in, needs to get a shot up now. He gets rejected from behind by Scott. Now Schreiner drives in, lays it up on the left side, does not get the shot to go, but put back up and in by Scott. So now a half-court trap. So now OC's got numbers. It's just Marcus Blackwell and Will. Will gets the nice pass from Blackwell and a two-handed dunk.
Nice job there by the Eagles to break that press and get down and get an easy bucket.
So now Scott has it down inside the paint. Nice post move in and out of the bucket. Rebounded by Blackwell, up to Reyes Valdez now. Through the first 5 minutes of the second half, OC still has a bit of a lead. As easy layup there by Reyes Valdez on a nice screen set up by Will Linhart.
And so Cameron is playing so aggressively on defense that OC has to recognize that they're going to be able to get those easy looks whenever Cameron overcommits.
So Schreiner puts up a three, no good on the shot, rebounded by Blackwell. Blackwell with a nice spin move to Reyes Valdez and a nice layup and in.
Nice job there by Marcus Blackwell.
So now 2 buckets in a row for Jonathan Reyes Valdez. Now the Aggies have the ball down at their own end. As number 3, Clark, lays it up and in on the glass, and that we're going to have a timeout called by the Aggies, and it's going to take us to our first media timeout.
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother.
Yes.
You, your football buddy, your football buddy. You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Oklahoma Christian leads by 16 with 13:58 remaining here in this second half of play. Cameron University just got an easy layup down at their own end to get it back within 16. So Oklahoma Christian will have possession of the ball. Aubrey Johnson's going to be the one to inbound the ball for OC, giving it to Jonathan Reyes Valdez. So Reyes Valdez gets a little bit of a screen, gives it to Aubrey Johnson now, who's kind of been quiet in this second half. Over to Reyes Valdez now on the right side. Nice move by Jonathan Reyes Valdez, gives it to Adrian Palmer, who lays it up. Too strong on the layup, rebounded by Scott. Over to number 25, Parker for a three-point attempt in the left corner. Nothing but net on that shot.
Keep in mind, this is only a 13-point game, so the Eagles are not out of the woods just yet.
As Palmer gives it to Reyes Valdez. Nice little move there by Valdez to get a little bit of separation. Over to Blackwell for a wide open three, and a nice counter by the Eagles.
Nice shot there by Blackwell, and the Eagles are starting to hit those shots that are left open to them.
And then another three-point attempt from Parker in the right corner. No good. Rebounded now by Aubrey Johnson. So Reyes Valdez now at the top of the arc. Gets a screen from Will Linhart. Now over to Aubrey. Blackwell forced to pick up his dribble. Bounce pass to Will. Will then tried to give it to Daydream, but it was deflected and stolen away by the Aggies. So now Parker on the right side. Over to Scott. Scott then with a nice step back fadeaway jumper there. Nice shot. A 14-point game. As Aubrey Johnson now gives it to Blackwell. Bounce pass. Out to Reyes Valdez. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Blackwell needs to get a shot up for OC. Gives it to Will. Will then with the pass to Palmer. Palmer lays it up and in. What a strong finish. Reiner now starts to drive in, brings it back out over to Parker. Parker for another three in the left corner, and that one is good. So now Reyes Valdez up the center part of the floor. Now to Blackwell. See that with the ball at the perimeter. Now on the right side, gets a little bit of a screen from Palmer is Reyes Valdez. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Reyes Valdez needs to step back. Needs to get a shot off. Nice move by Reyes Valdez to get that layup to go.
Good job there by Reyes Valdez. Just barely got the ball off of his hand before the shot clock buzzer went off.
Now Scott down low. No shot, no good. And a very late whistle there by the ref to call for the foul. And with that, we're going to have our next media timeout. So we will step away. OC up by 15.
Could change your life. Talk to your doctor about creating a plan that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Recently, the western U.S. has averaged more than 1,900 earthquakes and 3,800 significant wildfires each year. So chances are there will be more of both near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back to the Eagles Nest. Oklahoma Christian leads 48-33 with 10:31 left here in the ball game. And Oklahoma Christian, every time the Aggies have somewhat gotten close, have just managed to push the lead back up.
Yeah, this has been all Eagle in this game so far with just over 10.5 remaining in the game. The Eagles really need to keep putting the pressure on, though, because Cameron's starting to come out of that shooting slump a little bit.
So now, just before the break, there was a foul called on Will Linhart, his second foul of the game, and it sent Kendall Scott to the free throw line, and his first attempt is up. And it is no good as it goes off the front part of the rim. And his second attempt is up, and that shot is good. So Aubrey Johnson will now inbound the ball for OC to Jonathan Reyes Valdez. So now DJ Walters has it, passes it over to Aubrey Johnson. 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. So now DJ, a nice little pump fake, creating separation, lays it up, does not get the bucket to fall, but he will go to the line to shoot two.
Good take there by Dadrian Palmer. And so with that, we're going to have another media timeout since we had to skip through the last one. So we'll be right back in a minute.
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. Oklahoma Christian leads 48-34 with 10 minutes remaining in this ball game. Just before the break, Deidrean Palmer was fouled and will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. He's already been to the free throw line twice before, and he's 2 for 3 at the line, and now make that 3 for 4. So Palmer made the first one. His second attempt is now up. And that shot is no good, and there's a foul called on York Benjamin. So now Slater, excuse me, inbound the ball to Williams. Now to Gwynn. Gwynn on the right side, brings it back up to the middle. Over to Williams. Williams now back to Gwynn. Gwynn then wants to put up a shot and instead passes it down low to Scott, and Scott lays it up and in.
And that was a good look and a good take there by Scott.
So now DJ Walter has it at the right. Now York at the top, over to Reyes Valdez. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Reyes Valdez starts to drive in along the baseline, bounce past to Aubrey. Aubrey with the catch and shoot off the rim, no good, rebounded by Slater. So now down at the other end. Parker for 3, no good. Offensive rebound for the Aggies, and an easy layup is good. So now Oklahoma Christian down at their own end. York Benjamin passes it out. Reyes Valdez has the ball. So Reyes Valdez pass down to York. York 3 seconds on the shot clock, lays it up and gets it to go.
Good job there by York Benjamin. Down low.
So then a 3-point attempt by Gwynn, no good as it airballs it on the shot. Rebounded by Oklahoma Christian with the 13-point lead. So now Aubrey Johnson gives it to Reyes Valdez. 8 minutes left here in the game. Bounce pass down to York.
And that's going to be an offensive foul on York Benjamin. I'm not sure that that was the right call.
Now we have another timeout called, so we will step away and we will be back with more right after this.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Dora knows better than anyone. The best place to explore is the forest.
Boots! She knows this monkey? Of course, she knows this monkey.
Experience nature.
Let's go.
Connect with family.
I love you guys.
And find your own adventure in a forest or park near you.
Let's do this. Come on, Boots.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. OC up by 13, 7:54 left here in the ball game. Oklahoma Christian was doing very well, and they've kind of slowed down as we talked about, and then they started to pick it back up. But now they're getting back to being slowed down and stopped on the boards here as of late.
Yeah, as nobody's really stood out rebound-wise, other than Will Linhart, who has 10 rebounds. But the Eagles really have to do a better job of stepping out and defending the perimeter, especially those three-point shots. Cameron.
As Will gets another rebound there. Now Oklahoma Christian has the ball. Now to Reyes Valdez with the screen over to the right. Lays it up and no good on the shot. They're going to say last touch by Will as it goes out of bounds. So another quick possession there for OC. As Schreiner now drives over, takes the screen, passes it back out. Now Lewis over to Williams. Williams with the bounce pass. And then another three-point attempt by Schreiner, and that shot is good. Back to a 10-point ball game.
And that's the danger of going up big early, is that you kind of start to get the sense that the game's over. So that allowed Cameron to just kind of quietly sneak back into this game.
Now Williams, after the missed shot by Blackwell, has the ball for the Aggies. Over to Scott. Scott's shot, no good, too strong, rebounded by Will Linhart. So Oklahoma Christian looks like they're going to try to slow it down with a 10-point lead, try to waste some of that clock, as they've rushed the last couple of possessions and gotten the Aggies right back in it. York gets the ball, passes it to Will, and Will right back out to York. York's jumper from the free throw line, no good. So now Schreiner over to Slater and then to Williams. Williams then starts to drive in, cuts back out, lays it up, does not get the shot, and there is then a foul called on Oklahoma Christian's Marcus Blackwell.
So York Benjamin will go to the bench as Dadrian Palmer will check back in.
So the Aggies will still have possession of the ball down at their own end. Pass down inside to Quick. Quick then with a nice move, no good. Rebounded by Will. So now over to Will. Will then to Marcus Blackwell at the right wing. Blackwell then over to Jonathan Reyes Valdez down inside. And a little bit of a push there. They're saying on number 23, Slater. So OC will have possession of the ball down at their own end still. Over to Palmer. Palmer with a nice pass to Will, and Will gets his third dunk of the night. So now with that, Will Linhart now has a double-double. And OC back up by 12 on the missed shot, now have possession of the ball, looking to increase that lead. Aubrey Johnson with a nice hesitation over to Palmer. Palmer with the wide open three, no good on the shot. Now Schreiner over to Slater. Slater then drives in, generates a foul. It looks like it's going to be on Aubrey Johnson. So the Aggies will have the ball down at their own end with 4:44 left, trailing by 12. There is a little bit of a delay though. So now we're set to resume action as Schreiner now gets the inbound. Over to Williams. Williams then starts to drive in. Moves along the baseline, back out to Schreiner. Schreiner wants to put up a three instead. Starts to drive in. Nice pull-up jumper from Schreiner, back to within 10. Jonathan Reyes-Valdez has control over to Aubrey. Aubrey Johnson with the hesitation. Now slides over, puts up a three, and that's his first points of the second half. Now back up to 13.
And that's the right call there on Quick for the moving screen.
And with that, we have our last media timeout, so we will step away. OC up by 13.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
4 minutes remaining here in the ball game. OC up by 13, and we'll have possession of the ball as there was just an illegal screen called, or foul called on Hunter Quick for the Aggies. So now Aubrey Johnson will get ready to inbound the ball for Oklahoma Christian. Now Reyes-Valdez will bring it up the floor. So Reyes-Valdez passed down low inside to Palmer, pass it back out, and it was stolen away by Williams, and Williams will bring it up the floor. Quick pass over to Lewis. Lewis then over to Slater. Down inside to Quick. Back out to Williams. Williams almost missed the catch there. Now over to Schreiner. Schreiner puts up three. No good. Rebounded by Quick. Quick shot no good, and head coach for the Aggies was not happy with that. Thought there should have been a foul.
And as we're nearing 3 minutes left, 13-point game, things are looking really good for the Eagles.
So now Will Linhart has it, starts to drive in. Little post move, nice fadeaway shot there by Will Linhart. He now has 12 points and 13 rebounds on the night for OC. And a no-look pass from Schreiner is intercepted by OC. And OC's just going to slow it down.
And that's the right move here, as they want to eat up all of the shot clock that they can, up by 15, not allowing any sort of miracle comeback from the Aggies.
So now Reyes-Valdez over to Blackwell. Blackwell then to Aubrey Johnson. Johnson for three, no good on the shot, deflected and out of bounds. Last touch by Slater of the Aggies. OC will have possession of it and 20 seconds left on the shot clock. So Jonathan Reyes-Valdez inbounds the ball to Palmer, who then gives it to Aubrey Johnson, and they're just going to hold on to the ball right now to try to milk more of the clock. Now Reyes-Valdez has it, 8 seconds left on the shot clock. All the way over to Blackwell. Blackwell for a three. No good on the shot. It goes in and out. So now the Aggies have control of the ball as number 10, Caldwell, has control of the ball, starts to drive in, puts up a floater, no good on the shot. Rebounded by Will Linhart.
And so this is a time that, regardless of the score, Cameron can really start to try out things that they don't usually get to try out in practice, that they can try out against an actual look and not just your own teammates. So this will be a good learning experience in this last minute and a half for the Aggies to get to draw up some new things.
And it is going to be a full timeout by Coach Talley, so we will step away and we'll be back right after this.
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
We're inside the final 2 minutes of play here in the Eagles' nest as Oklahoma Christian has a 15-point lead and the basketball down at their own end. So Marcus Blackwell will inbound the ball to Jonathan Reyes-Valdez. So Reyes-Valdez then gives it to Blackwell. Blackwell then starts to drive over all the way to Aubrey Johnson now. Out of Palmer Jr., 9 seconds left, back to Aubrey. Aubrey finds a little bit of separation, quick passes. Reyes-Valdez with a long three, and he banks that off the glass and in.
As he banks that one in and gives the crowd a little shrug, it says, why not?
So another timeout is going to be called by Coach Talley. It looks like it's just going to be a 30-second timeout, so a brand new squad is going to come on for Oklahoma Christian for the final minute 13. So now Jalen Nicholas will inbound the ball to number 10, Jamarcus Caldwell. Caldwell now has it at the top of the arc, starts to drive in, pass out to number 44, Green, who puts up a three from behind the arc. As Bagwell will now inbound it to Glover. So now Martin lays it up, and a nice shot by Harrison Martin.
Nice reverse layup there by Martin, and the crowd gives him their seal of approval.
Then another quick three by Jordan Lewis. So now Glover is trapped, gives it to Bagwell. Now Martin has it again, and then tries to pass it to Bagwell, and deflected after the pass, out of bounds. 34 seconds left. Oklahoma Christian leading 63-49. Bagwell with the inbound to Glover. Glover then double team. And then there's a blocking foul called on Green. And that foul is going to put Oklahoma Christian in the bonus. So Travis Glover will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. As Travis Glover misses the attempt at the free throw line.
Quickly, secondary, quick!
So now Green drives in, puts a shot up. A late call. So Hunter on, and the foul is going to be on Hunter Staten. And it is a shooting foul, so Green is going to go to the free throw line. Green misses the first attempt at the free throw line. Still will have one more attempt. So will Oklahoma Christian going to come away with the win here in this game, improving their record to 7-10 on the regular season. How does that help them going forward as they've now won 2 straight?
Gives them a lot of confidence, as well as puts them in a better position to get to the Lone Star tournament.
As then a 3-point attempt by Jamarcus Caldwell. 5 seconds left. Glover's just holding on to the ball, and that's going to do it. Here's OC. Will come away with a 63 to 52-point lead. Stay tuned while we have interviews with Coach Talley and player of the game, Will Linhard, right after this.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Talk to your doctor about creating a plan that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
Yeah, Sam, Elmo.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's going to play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up, and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
I was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Dora knows better than anyone. The best place to explore is the forest.
Boots! She knows this monkey? Of course she knows this monkey.
Experience nature.
Let's go.
Connect with family.
I love you guys.
And find your own adventure in a forest or park near you.
Let's do this. Come on, Boots.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Good evening and welcome back to The Nest. I'm Will Hadley. Alongside me is our player of the game, Will Linhard. Will, congratulations on an awesome game, a double-double, and most importantly, a Lone Star Conference win.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Our goal is to get 2-0 this week because we haven't done it yet, and we just got to get 2-0 and where we get to win it. Our stay on defense in what we did, and that's why we got the W.
So I know that you got granted the 5th year of eligibility. You came in the first couple games, got plagued with some injuries, so slow start to the season, but lately you've kind of been coming into your own, having some tremendous games, especially on the board. What's the journey been like this year for you?
Yeah, definitely. I know last year I got the decision I got to come back. I was excited, and I was just ready to try to repeat the rebounding thing, and obviously, like you said, I had a couple of injuries here and there, kind of maybe have a slow start, but I'm starting to get back to where I was last year, and I'm feeling great and ready to keep pushing forward.
So we got a whole week off until Saturday at Fort Smith. What do you expect from practice this week leading up to that game?
I think it's going to be a hard week and just keep preparing and try to get another W, make it 3 in a row. We beat them here, and I said they're going to be hungry, and we just got to be ready and get another win.
Well, Will, congratulations on an awesome game and a win. I'm Will Hadley. This is Will Linhard, your player of the game. We'll be right back with your winning coach, Coach Kendra Talley.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, Do stars visit their friends?
Look!
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Good evening and welcome back to The Nest. I'm Will Hadley. Alongside me is the winning coach for tonight, Coach Kendra Talley. Coach, congratulations on an awesome win.
Appreciate it. We prepared well this week, put a lot of time in, and this is one of the toughest weeks that you could have in the spot that we're in conference. 2 games that we needed to win, that we had to win, and these guys gave it everything they had, and we pulled both of them out. Got to give a lot of credit to Cameron. It's one of the toughest teams in our league, and a really good defensive team. And we were patient. We were patient today and capitalized. And I'm proud of these guys for today for execution. So we did a real good job today.
And we can definitely tell that it was really a gauntlet for both teams at the beginning of this game. As at half, just 15 to 30, a pretty low-scoring game. We held them to 5 of 32 at half. So I know that our defense is number 1, I believe, in Lone Star Conference. So what does that really say, the performance tonight, about our defense against this tough Cameron team? Man,
we put a lot of time into our scouting reports, and got a great staff, and they do a great job of preparing and knowing what guys like to do. And our guys are starting to be a little more disciplined every week, knowing what the other team wants to do and what each player wants to do. And we're starting to lock in on it a little bit more. And we slow it down, make it a little grimy, and hopefully we'll have a chance at the end.
So these last few games, especially, Aubrey Johnson has kind of started to fall into more of a rhythm with his shot, and it was kind of obvious tonight as Cameron took notice of that. Didn't really help on him at all. So is that something that you expect to see through the rest of the schedule?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times he's not going to be wide open, but they gave a lot of attention to Dadrian, and he only put up 7 shots tonight, which is kind of uncommon for him. But it shows you how selfless he is, because they were double teaming off to him, and they opened the floor up a lot more for the other guys. So he was patient. Will was patient, and Aubrey, he only put up 9 shots. So the guys shared the ball really, really well tonight, and that's what I like about this team. They're real selfless, and they love each other. They love playing with each other. So.
Well, the next game is in a while, in a week. At Fort Smith. So what do you have to expect in that matchup?
It's another tough game. I know we talk about this question every time. It's a tough league. I'm glad we get a week to prepare, a little bit of rest, and we'll have to go down there ready for another dogfight. So looking forward to it.
Coach, congratulations on another Lone Star Conference win. And I'm Will Hadley. This is Coach Kendra Talley. We'll be right back after the break with the postgame.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
breathe right into your foot,
your plumber's masseuse,
yes,
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows? Maybe life is looking for us, too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. My name is Zachary Payne. Alongside is my broadcast partner, Will Hadley. Oklahoma Christian coming away with a 63-52 lead over Cameron University. Will, that was a big win tonight, and that's 2 big wins for Oklahoma Christian here at home.
Yeah, they're really starting to come into their own as a team. They've been so good defensively all season, but the offensive grind has just gotten more and more every game. They've gotten so much better at getting those open looks and really having more of a fluidity to their offense.
When you talk about fluidity, that comes to show with all the passes that they were making and letting the shot clock tick down. Yes, sometimes they had to rush for the shot clock because it was about to expire, but they were trying to find the best possible ways to score. But another thing that helped them out overall was defense. Only holding Cameron University at a 19 of 64 shots. That is huge throughout the night.
Yes, that's only 29.7%, and a couple of those makes for Cameron came at the end of the game when it was really pretty much decided at that point. So this was a really gritty game. These are 2 very good defensive teams. So this was a game where both teams kind of tried to come out and put on a defensive clinic, but OC was just who ended up hitting their shots.
So now Oklahoma Christian, after getting this 2-game win streak now, has a whole week to prepare for the University of Arkansas Fort Smith. Any information about that game we should know about?
Well, UAFS is always a tough matchup for the Eagles. That's a team that the Eagles have gone neck and neck with pretty much every year, even back when they were in the Heartland Conference. So expect a good matchup. No matter how good either of the teams are, OC and UAFS always ends up being a good one.
Well, that's going to do it for us here at the Eagle Sports Network. We are going to so we would like to say thank you all for watching and good night.
A strong tradition of academic excellence, a commitment to community, and a rich history of athletic success, the Lone Star Conference has long been known as a leader in intercollegiate athletics. Now with 19 institutions that embody the best in college sports, the Lone Star Conference is the largest and most dynamic conference in NCAA Division II. 19 members strong, 19 members proud. This is the new Lone Star Conference.